current President William Ruto. You're all aware what parents are going through, toiling, moiling, doing very odd jobs just for them to educate their children. Kenyans, we know that during President Ruto's time, education was free at the university. Why was education free at the university? We are all aware that during President Ruto's time, there was what we called Boom. Boom was a grant that was given to students to be educated. Ruto was among the beneficiaries of Boom. He was funded for free, got education for free at the university level, and therefore I don't understand why university education cannot be free. I don't understand why we must tax heavily the parents, children who are coming from very poor backgrounds, children who are going to drop out of university because of lack of fees. The current funding model is doing more harm to the poor parents, to the needy students who are supposed to join various universities. We know and we are aware, and we've been told severally by President Ruto, that he used to sell chicken to raise school fees at the high school level and the primary school level. He told us that he sold eggs to be educated. Why is President Ruto being inhuman? Why is President Ruto hurting Kenyans? Why is President Ruto punishing students? Why is President Ruto ensuring that Kenyans are not getting education, and also, for that matter, quality education? Ruto is today a president of the Republic of Kenya because of education. Were it not for education, he would have never come to Nairobi. Were it not for education, he would have never been a president. Were it not for education, he would have never also messed us up as a nation. So therefore, education has played an important role in Ruto's life. Why is Ruto killing education system in our country? As Babu Owino, I know the importance of education. I will do anything so that a child in this country gets education. So that a child that comes from Nyanza region, a child that comes from Mount Kenya region, a child that comes from Rift Valley region, a child that comes from Coast, Northeastern, Nairobi, a child that comes from Eastern, gets education. And therefore, I will mobilize students across this nation, and I want to also speak to the student leaders just briefly. I want President Ruto to suspend and to scrap off, not even suspend, to scrap off this new funding model. As Babu Owino, knowing very well the importance of education, and it is because of education, that is why I am where I am. It is because of education, that is why I managed to come to Nairobi. It is because of education, that is why I studied. That is why I became a student leader. It is because of education, that is why I was elected as a member of parliament. And it is because of education that will make our children, the students, the comrades, make a difference in life. Education plays an important role in economic development. The role of education in building the economy of a state is by provision of new ideas, provision of the technical skills that is needed in every field. When you go to agriculture, you need education so that you can know in what ratio do you need to mix fertilizer, so that you can know how a land can be plowed to give you maximum yield and maximum productivity. If you go to hospitals in the health sector, you know the role of doctors, the role of nurses, the role of medics. If you go to any field, the engineers, we know what they do in this nation. Teachers, we know how they train pupils, learners, and all students. Therefore, education plays a very pivotal role. It is the fulcrum, it is the backbone of the economy in this nation. Therefore, education should never be messed up with. We should give it maximum priority. And as a result of this, so many students are not going to join universities. So many students haven't joined high schools because their parents lack money. This new funding model, we've seen the way it is working, and it is very retrogressive. It is not yielding the results that it ought to have yielded. Ruto has decided that students will be discriminated upon based on their status in life. In Kenya, statistics from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics shows clearly well that 85% of Kenyans come from very, very poor backgrounds. They are very poor, they can't afford. And therefore,